Aloha, this is Z808 and welcome to another episode of my Season 6 Apex game reviews. As promised, we're going to focus on SP Elwin today. With the introduction of SP Elwin, many players are scratching their head thinking of how to deal with him. Well, let's start with why SP Elwin is so strong. First, his talent allows him to have a revive if he is not within 2 blocks of an ally. If he's a bracer build, fixed damage after battle will not kill him off. His extra life plus his defense could be as high as 900 plus. He is able to attack first if he moves 4 spaces, and he's able to recover close to full HP before the battle starts. And finally, with unicorns, he's able to move freely across all terrains. This means that he has a reach of 5 plus 4, or even 5 plus 2 plus 4, which is 11 spaces if he has a breeze enchant. Now that is some insane range, no joke. I want to highlight 2 of my games that I was able to take good advantage of his talent and his skills. So let's take a look at what that looks like. The first one here is, let's find it. Where did it go? Here it is, SP Elwin. Okay, I looked at my opponent's box. I saw Albedo. I am picking SP Elwin, or as I plan to. First ban Albedo. My Jugler's plan. He got his Jugler. Get rid of Ruz and RNG King. And I pick Albedo. I think the rest of the pick ban was pretty straightforward. I really did want to use SP Elwin, as you can see. I didn't even pick my faction buffer for my Albedo, which is fine. I have more plans. Got rid of his SP Elwin and bring Betty. So opponent picks Joshua. So if you pick Joshua, I guess I gotta pick Joshua too, right? Takes 2 to make a party. And he brings Yusuke. And of course, that's I only have 1 healer left, so not much choice there. So in the beginning, we just kind of set up, get together. As you can see from my opponent, he did bring Lancer troops on his Jugler to kind of deal with my SP Elwin. I'm going in with my Albedo. Both sort of setting up, getting ready. I actually have my Elwin in a really bad positioning. I shouldn't have done that, and I should have put him a little bit higher up so he doesn't get AoE. But whatever's. At that time, it was like brand new. I still didn't know what I was doing. And with Licorice doing the AoE there, so that's what I mentioned earlier, right? I did get that heal block on my Elwin. What I should have done is putting up here so that even if she did the 3-line AoE, it's impossible to hit both my team and him at the same time. Plus, it would put him in a position where since as long as he's away 2 spaces away from his team members or his allies, he has extra life. If he's next to someone like this, you know, it doesn't really help him. So it was a really bad play on my part. But anyways, moving on. And because my Joshua was weakened, Joshua was able to trade off and kill me off, which is fine, because we're really talking about highlighting what SP Elwin can do and not so much of what Joshua can do, right? So we're gonna keep on moving on and see how that game goes. Why SP Elwin is so fun to play with. So he's sticking over the middle, jump in. Do a nice chunk of damage. But again, with SP Elwin, as long as he loses 4 spaces, he literally gains almost full life, as you can see, and he's able to attack first. So and since he was already, his juggler was damaged, I was able to do quite a bit of damage to his juggler. But of course, if you notice, his juggler was Bracer. So what that means is a perfect opportunity to put on that cannot heal yourself and cannot beat the spell. Wonderful, wonderful, right? The Sword Soul is just as an overpower skill. Overpower. And Albedo, taking the hits like a champ. And with Bracer, all those fixed damage doesn't do anything. Albedo was able to finish Juggler because he was extremely weakened with no heals. Elwin dies one time, but comes back and heal off the healer. So with the healer is killed, I have a tank, I have DPS, I have healing. SP Elwin already died once, so he's certainly vulnerable to getting killed, which was perfectly fine because I already completely shut off all his support. So now it is just a game of playing nice with each other. You touch me, I touch you back. Let's go ahead and let it play out so you can enjoy how overpowered Betty is. We all know Betty sucks, right? She has no attack potential. What is she gonna do? She ain't gonna kill nobody. Nope. Ain't kidding anybody. Betty sucks. Alright, moving on. Second example of what SP Elwin can do. So let's move down. Where is my SP Elwin? Let's see here. SP Elwin. I think it was this game here against Sutanto. And this was an extremely interesting pick ban. At least I thought it was. Pretty sure this is the game. Let's see. Got my Juggler ban. Going with Albedo. Of course, my faction buffers gets banned, which is fine. Pick up Licorice. She's always good. He also picked the Licorice to kind of counter the ground effects. Gotta get rid of that Listel. If you pick Albedo, get rid of Listel. And the mistake, I have no idea why my opponent decided to ban Liana and my other healer instead of and gave me Tiaras, because Tiaras for Albedo is quite strong. But if you look at the pick ban, it's really weird. And the reason why I said it's really weird is just look at who I get to pick for my last pick. Like, seriously? SP Elwin last pick? I mean, come on. And look, his tank is not even Lancer. What was going on? Maybe I just got really lucky. I don't know. Maybe he was overconfident on what his Landius can do. I'm not sure, but still, I was still learning. I definitely mispositioned my SP Elwin in this game as well, because if you look at where I place him, you'll kind of like, wow, does Z08 even have a clue how to play SP Elwin? Because obviously he doesn't. And I say that is like he literally like kind of stay back instead of moving forward and zoning other people. That's what SP Elwin is really good for, and stay really close so that, you know, get a chance to get killed. So that's really poor positioning on my part. But anyways, SP Elwin is just OP and he's gonna do some damage like right now. So he goes in with Tiara's buff, attack blessing, sword soul, completely destroys the opponent. Bye bye Dilit. Nice meeting you. And that was also a huge misplay on my opponent's part. In the very beginning, he did use faction buff, and for some odd reason putting Dilit in a position where she's not guarded. Although my Elwin was all the way in the back, again, you know what I mentioned earlier, right? He has 5 plus 4, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That's only 8 spaces. And the wonderful thing is all these sand dunes doesn't matter because he's using unicorns. Hey, and why is my unicorn soldiers like this? I swear I had the cute ones. But anyways, moving on. So he's trying to do some damage and I just shrug it off, especially with Tiara's buff. Healing light. You hit me, I heal back. Keeps on going. It's like an energizer, right? It keeps on ticking. We both, I slowly move up since all my characters are really slow. He feels a threat, so, you know, kind of stay in range. Oh, I just noticed that I using faction buff on Licorice. When does that ever happen? And I was using shield on Tiaras. What the hell was I thinking? I'm an idiot. But anyways, I got killed there. It's okay. That's what the second life is for, right? Go back in, attack blessing, get back to pretty much full life, and bam, hit him hard. And I'm not too sure. Did I gotta double check? But did my opponent have? No, he did. He does have blood pack, so maybe that's why he wasn't. Wait, hold on. Does he have blood pack? No, he had immune to all debuff. So I think he. How did that happen? Oh, from Dilit earlier. Gee, that's how much I pay attention, right? Sorry about that. So, anyways, do more damage to. But with Tiara's heals, keeps on ticking. Sorry. And since he already lost a life, there's no reason not to stay away. So he really needs to stay close. I'm gonna try to protect him by bringing my tank in. But since he only has single target and 1 AoE, not much he can do. Especially now I have 2 AoE and SP Elwin, and my tank is literally unkillable. So with his team, against his team anyways. And I pretty much have the middle now. So with all of that said and done, I think the opponent realized that, you know, there's really not much win condition for him unless I really messed up. So he chose to retreat. So I hope you enjoyed those 2 good examples. At least I felt that they are good examples of how to use SP Elwin. Now, while I'm not the best user of SP Elwin, you can clearly see how he can quickly overpower the opponent. SP Elwin is definitely Super Saiyan level, right? He's like, yeah! But that does not mean he is unstoppable. So the question is, how do you counter that son of a bitch? Well, the most common way is to use the correct soldiers on your tanks. This means Lancer on Jugler, Landius, Albedo, Ledin, and any other tank you can think of. Second, you can pick a strong single target DPS that can one-shot Elvin that also has a follow-up AoE. Now the most common heroes that are like that would be Leon with his 3C, Ares with his 3C, and a couple other characters available as well. And the third one is to bait him to overextend. Now, of course, this you have to really think ahead many steps in order to make all of this happen. So I want to show you, examples of these three on how to counter SP Elwin using the recommendations I mentioned earlier. The first one is an example of Jugler using yellow bricks and with conjunction of Rosen Seal. And let's take a look here. This is with, where am I? Where is the fight? I can only find it. Where did it go? Okay, here it is. So this is Jugler with Rosen Seal. So my opponent banned my SP Elwin right away because he knows how strong he is. So I ban his Jugler. I pick Jugler. He's taking care of my range unit and assassin. First pick Rosen Seal. I was like, oh wow, really? Okay, well, let's ban your tanks. Both. He had 3 tanks. I say, oh fine, let's go bang all your tanks. If you're that good, then let's do it. Let's rock and roll. Second pick SP Elwin. Okay, that's fine. I have to ban his other follow-up characters. I pick Rosen Seal right away because I want to be able to counter SP Elwin. He brings Ledin because Ledin is always good against Jugler. Can hurt him a lot, right? And also if I didn't jump, I can't guard. But he gave me Luna, and with Luna around, Ledin is, well, Ledin, it's dead. It's dead, right? Dead. Anyways, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm smoking too much. Okay, so opponent wasn't really paying attention. I'm not sure what he was doing, but I just realized, like, hey, you actually gave me a pretty much full princess team, and we all know how weak princess teams are, right? I mean, they just kind of tickle. They don't really do much. Just do a little bit damage at a time. But I think that's wonderful thing about tickling is that if you tickle someone hard enough, they laugh to death. And I think this is probably what happened in this game. I'm sorry, totally off topic here. We're talking about SP Elwin. How do you counter SP Elwin? So we move forward, get set up, buff the entire team. He has Rosen Seal as well, so she's very powerful, and if judging by his Rosen Seal, he is 6 stars. It's a 6-star Rosen Seal. No faction buff, so her intel is not really that high, but if she has faction buff, she will get over a 1000 intel. That's a very decent Rosen Seal. But the other problem with her, with the selection is she's using Sorceress for attacking and not really focusing on healing, or maybe doesn't have the priests, these ones, the little bishops level up. So not 200% sure, but she's healing a lot. It's a very decently built Rosen Seal, so no joke. A lot of HP there too. So he does his setup, get ready to, and that's a nice skin on SP Elwin. I don't have that Overlord skin. I would love to have that one, but I'm slowly moving forward, trying to assess how to do my approach, because obviously I have to stay close to my tank. He's zoning me with his SP Elwin. Almost got a kill. Well, not quite almost, but I thought I had a pretty good chance on, getting He's Bozo down, but unfortunately, he has 2 healers. Technically 3 healers with Diglett, so it's quite difficult, and my debuff is definitely not gonna do anything. But here comes SP Elwin. Balam, Sword Soul, full on hit me, baby. Yeah, that's right. And what happened there? So if you look at what happened there, not much, right? I mean, like literally not much. Well, here's the trick here. The defense command definitely helps. Lancer troop definitely helps. So yeah, that's a good way to kind of counter. I mean, Elwin has 1400 attack. Look like it's bracer as well, so it's nothing to be. It's definitely stronger than mine, I can tell you that much. And me doing some damage to him didn't do anything. And him is immune to all debuffs anyways right now with Chivalry. So here he comes with Bozo. Did get a couple debuffs on Jugler, and that's why I had to use my 3C. Before I did anything, I have to make sure I clear that up and bring back, heal him up and get my shields back up. So here comes the second hit from Elwin, and again, nothing really happened. So now here's a thing where we're talking about like how, well, not only how to counter him in surviving, but how do you really counter him is, if you notice, he overextended, right? Look at where his healers are. 1, 2, 3 healers all in the back. In the back here, well, actually he did overextended because Wozen still can't heal. Diana still can because she has prayer, and I believe Diglett might, no, I think Diglett is too far with this Seer Miracle. So he definitely overextended, but he couldn't come and attack me on this end, right? Because Bozo is right here, and he would lose his second life if he did that. So just by looking at the positioning, I kind of cornered him to be separated from his team, right? So again, you have to have a lot of planning ahead of time before you can make this happen. So let's just watch the rest of the game. And oh my goodness, I thought Diglett was strong against Jugler, but not really. And the reason for that is a couple folds. One, when the yellow brick is below a certain number of HP, I take reduced damage, and I think I was I? Let's just make sure I'm speaking intelligently and not just making stuff up. So see, my is under, I think, what is it exactly? Under 70%. So I automatically damage taken is reduced by 30 for the Stone Colossus. In addition, I also have my Luna talent. So with the Luna talent, I actually take 30% less damage. So that's 30 plus 30 on my Stone Colossus. That's 60%. So that's the main reason why Diglett using... Oh, and plus I'm a Lancer against his unicorns, which are horse. So all those little things add up, and I took almost no damage. They kill off my soldiers, but it's okay. I heal back up. So here, get more heals in. Make sure my tank is alive. Do a lot of damage to everybody. I thought it's like, yeah, they're almost dead. But nope. Oh, actually, no. This is the part where he did he already use prayer? He should have used prayer because he didn't, and yeah, I kind of killed off. Yeah, I thought the princess team was kind of weak, but anyways, I think maybe not in this circumstance, anyways. So Joshua VIP. Okay. That's, yeah, so second point, make sure to, a lot of setup required, but separate his SP Elwin away from his team so he doesn't get the support that he needs. The third game is going to be hold on, where am I? Oh, that's right, using the right characters to deal with them. So let me see if I can find my other battle. Actually, this game is not like the perfect example, but it is a decent one, or at least the theory should hold. Now, if I can only find the game, oh, here it is. No bracer, and plus this Elwin, Elwin didn't have a bracer, which also helped in sealing the deal. But let's take a look at that example that I was referring to. And if you notice, my opponent does have a Lancer Landius, so he really wasn't that much afraid of my SP Elwin, and that's most likely why he banned Zarita first, which is very rare nowadays. He did ban Rosenseal fairly quickly. Also using Odious, so the double Landius is a very strong team. I can tell you that right now. Experience fighting against double Landius has been mostly with me losing. However, I am going to use my secret sauce. Secret sauce. So if you look at the pick ban, my pick ban is actually very bad, right? Double Landius with the faction buffer healer Weller. Yulia, super strong against a tank push team, and I even gave him Elwin faction buff. I mean, if you just look at the pick ban, you would obviously think I'm crazy. Like, what is Z808 doing? Does he even have any clue how to play this game? I'm not even sure. When I finished this pick ban, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be ugly. But the really odd part is that the last pick for both teams is SP Elwin, which also very shocking to me. Very shocking. Very shocking. So I applied the same knowledge of what I mentioned earlier, right? Making sure you have a Lancer troop for Jugler facing against SP Elwin. Both teams kind of inch up, getting set up. Slowly edging forward and giving gospel to Jugler. Actually really doesn't do anything now that I think about it. He just will get dispelled, because if you look at the number of buffs he can have, and is less than 5. I mean, right? So it's, well, actually no, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Oh, 6, and it's 6 because I got this crown buff. So maybe it's not worthless. But anyways, here he comes, edging forward with the full confidence that I can't do anything. Pushes me back, completely cock blocks me with the ground. So this puts me in a very bad positioning, right? So I have a Luna that can't really reach his team. I have an Ares that really can't reach his team. It's quite difficult to deal with him now. But I said, what the heck? Let's jump in. Look, and that blood shield, first blood shield, number 1. I want to say that. Remember that. How many blood shield? How lucky he gets. So blood shield number 1. I do no damage. Here he comes to his counter attack with Elwin. Dispel everything I have. I get heal block on Jugler, but he didn't do much damage, which is nice. And this time I did not bring my special tech, so I didn't have the extra defense. But the soldiers definitely pretty much took the brunt of the attack. But I did notice that his Elvin is not Bracer. Attack is fairly okay. HP is not that high actually. But because of because of that, I was able to go ahead and jump in with my Ares and didn't one shot, but because I had a couple unique items and axes, I was able to hit him off with fixed damage thanks to him not having Bracer. So trading SP Elwin with Ares is 100% worth it. And here's the second part that why SP Elwin is so strong. So if you notice, I just completely destroy Yulia, gave her dispel everything she has, and now she cannot heal herself. And you cannot be dispelled. So Yulia, who can't heal herself, is a dead Yulia. So what happened there? He had guard. However, the nice thing about SP Elwin is the Sword Soul dispels 5 buffs. So in essence, where he was able to completely dispel all my buffs on Jugler, I dispelled majority of the buffs that I needed to remove from Landius, which was the 2 range guard. Perfect. So you see, so I know we're talking about how to counter SP Elwin with Ares, but in my own example, I also show how crazy SP Elwin is in this fight. So with Yulia dead and me having 4 characters against 3, actually my Jugler is going to die in a little bit, which doesn't really help, but I want to finish showing off this match just to see how lucky my opponent is, right? And also I want to highlight how why Luna is one of my favorite characters. I want to show her off as well. So I'm just gonna let the game play on. So right now he has tank and a healer and double Landius, so it's so strong. I'm just buffing up, getting myself set up, make sure I'm not weak. And he clocked there, and blood shield number 2. Every time I try to hit that guy, he gets blood shield. Now he's healed again. Blood shield number 3. What the frick, man? You go play the lottery. He does have a blood pack, so I can't heal block him. So here I come and trying to do more damage. Blood shield number 4. F you, bitch! What the hell? You should be dead already. Seriously? Every single time I attack you, you're gonna blood shield? Yeah. Well, he's already dead. Even if you blood shield on that one, it wouldn't have mattered. But, like, seriously, right? What's the chance of that happening? Ridiculous. But it's okay. You already done your job, Elwin. Have a good night. So it's 3 against 2, or rather 2 against 2. So, but the great thing about Luna is she can fly for 1. 2, she can buff the healer. 3, she's not afraid of magic users. 4, she has extremely high attack. And 5, she's good looking. And if you look at the damage between the 2 players, I'm definitely way ahead. So if I stall and I stay alive, there's not much you can do. Yeah, pushing me really can't do anything to me since I can fly. And I can do a whole lot of damage with my all my little extra little hits from my passive and her faction buff. Plus she can heal block you, so I've been fairly lucky with those procs as well. But over 2000 attack, yeah, I mean, not much you can do, right? Plus I have a healer, so yeah, Luna is top notch. And that's that. Alright. So I think I was able to show a good example. Going back to what we were talking about, is SP Elwin can be countered if you have the correct heroes to hit him, and especially if you can kill him off. Any type of, if he doesn't have bracer, then the fixed damage would help. But if he, even if he did, and I had the right soldiers, I was using angels. I should have been using the steel wings. But if I had the steel wings, I would have one shot him. And the AOE follow up would definitely killed Elwin, because he only gets revived with 1 or 5% or something like that, very low. So those are the examples of how to counter and deal with SP Elwin. Now the very last game I want to share today is a very interesting game from a very interesting box, and I say very interesting with passion here. Okay, it is actually a game that I called Dark versus Dark, and guess what my opponent's account name is? Dead KK. I mean, dead, right? It's as dark as you can possibly imagine. So let's take a look at his or her particular box. Wow, look at that. Dark. I think she's dark too. I don't remember. I think. But that's a lot of dark characters. And this is, I'm not, oh, I think in Apex this is my first time fighting him. I get rid of Jugler as usual. He get rid of SP Elwin because he doesn't want to deal with it. First pick Bozo. You have to, right? Dark team. So I get rid of Listel. I don't want to deal with her, and get rid of the big guy with sunglasses. He's strong. No joke. And second pick. Wow. Talk about meme box, right? So, okay, well, if you're gonna play Dark Team, I was thinking maybe I should play Dark Team too. Yeah, look at that, Rennie, the little girl, lovely little girl. And okay, fine. If you're gonna play Dark, like I said, I'm gonna keep on playing Dark too. That's how we're gonna rock. Surprised you picked Diddled. Not too sure why on that one. I thought he would have picked a different support unit, but I guess Diddled can also do quite a bit of damage, and she's actually gonna shine in a second. And of course, wow, who's this? What is this character? Like, what's her name? I have never seen that character before, I swear. Is that someone new? Who is that? Oh, it's Shoutier. Wow, oh wow, look at that attack. Is she 6 stars? I think she's, yeah, mobility increase. That's 6-star Shoutier. Oh my god, that's scary. Okay, well, Dark versus Dark. Right? Inches forward, no tank on the other side, mind you. So I was thinking, okay, maybe I go, you know, Zarita can go in and snipe something. That laugh, I swear. Oh man, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. What the hell? Teleport? Delete? Why did he do that? Well, now I'm gonna have a dead something because I don't have guard up on Jugler. So that was a really good play on by my opponent. So I am actually gonna lose Zarita. Oh my god, I'm so sad. He has full advantage there. Draw first blood. So sad. But I didn't want to give up yet. So here comes my opponent coming in. Thank goodness did not silence me. I was like praying, no, please, please, no silence. And yes, I was lucky with RNG there. So this is another way of using Jugler, playing very defensively. You have to jump. Make sure you keep your people safe. Oh no, that heal block. Ouch. Lot of damage there. And actually, that was like totally my mistake. I did jump, but I jumped in the wrong place, right? Because the reason why I say jump in the wrong place is because if I jump and with anyone within 2 blocks, I can prevent them from taking fixed damage, which exactly what Egbert can do, and that's why my TRS is gonna die. Like I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Such a poor player. I do apologize. And she's heal blocked, so obviously I can't even heal her up. So bad. And with Pattern Matter, bye TRS. So huge disadvantage there. With him having still 4 players. Shatir still at, oh my god, look at that attack, 1700 attack. Yeah, me with, well, I still have, I forgot if I clocked or not, but I do have 1 healing light. So, but oh my goodness, look at all the debuffs. Oh, look at all the debuffs. I was able to counter and get rid of his Egbert, which, and that was nice. Oh, look at that damage. Jugler gone. Jugler gone. So sad. But the lucky thing was his Bozo got this silence. He doesn't have bracer. So that, I think, you know, RNG wise, I got super lucky there. And here I am trying to, oh, and I got another silencer that's super lucky. So if not, I would have lost the game, guaranteed. Because yeah. Since I got that nice silence, my Liko was able to survive barely. And now it's just 2 against 2. So here's the thing, right? Liko is a Bozo, so I have double Bozo, and he has 1 Bozo and a little girl. So who do you think is gonna win? You're gonna bet on double Bozo, right? This absolutely, that's where the money is. And with the troop selection, I actually have soldier healing, so that definitely helps. And oh, look at that. Look at that. Nice silence. And at this point, I think the opponent really can't do much. He can't heal, I can. So yeah, definitely I consider that a super lucky on my part. I misplayed so many moves, but RNG won me that game. If I didn't have the RNG, I think my opponent should have won twice over. I guess that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me with another Apex game review. I hope you were able to get a little better understanding of how to use or how to counter SP Elwin. And of course, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe to my channel and give a like or share. Love to hear from you your stories of using or even losing to SP Elwin as well. Now for the next video, we'll be focusing on Rosenseal. the queen that destroyed the debuff meta. Or at least you think, right? Well, please take care and aloha.